Let's now head to Southern Africa, where Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front Zanu-PF legislator Mayor Wadyajena and Cotton Company of Zimbabwe Cottco bosses charged with fraud and money laundering involving more than $5 million were granted $200,000 bail each by a Harare Magistrate Court. Wadyajena, Cottco managers Pius Manamike, Maximo Njanji, and Fortunate Malai were also ordered to surrender title deeds to their properties and travelling documents as part of their bail conditions. They were also ordered to report once every Friday to the police. The court noted that Wadyajena and his accomplices have strong ties in the country, and there was no evidence that convinced the court that they would abscond trial. In his bail ruling, Regional Magistrate Stanford Mbanje said the state failed to place evidence that showed that prove that they harbor intentions of absconding. Now, joining us live this evening to take a look at this latest development is Zimbabwean journalist Gary Tunira. Hi, good evening to you, Gary.
How are you?
Thank you very much for joining us in SC Continental Prime. Now, Gary, could you tell us briefly the charges brought up against legislator Justice Mayor Wadyajena and his accomplices? Can you kindly unmute your mic, please? We still can hear you. I believe we have some technical difficulties there. Can you take out your earpiece if you may? Thank you. Okay, great. I can hear you now, Gary. So go ahead.
Saying they are facing fraud and money laundering charges involving 5.8 million United States dollars.
Now, how serious is the Zanu-PF government of President Emmerson Mnangagwa fighting corruption in Zimbabwe?
Sorry, can you take that again?
How serious is the government's fight against corruption, the Zanu-PF government of President Emmerson Mnangagwa?
Oh, yeah. Well, critics say the government is not serious in fighting corruption. They say the bodies that have been come up to fight corruption are being used to actually to fix adversaries. So that's as far as they say. So because as we see, it's largely people who have either crossed the path of the authorities, or those who have stepped on the toes of political giants. Those are the ones, largely, Chris said they are the ones who are being taken to the courts, accused of being involved in corruption activities.
Now, Mr. Wadyajena is also of the ruling party, the Zanu-PF, and I mean, if you look at the way politics is done in Africa, it's if you're part of the ruling government, it's almost like you're absolved of crimes while you're still with that party. What do Zimbabweans think about the government's fight against graft?
Well, they say government is not walking the talk because there are many other people who are being implicated in corruption activities, and they're not being arrested. They are not appearing before the courts. So they say government should be serious in terms of fighting the corruption in the country.
So, Gary, do you think this is a first step towards a change by the Zanu-PF government in fighting corruption with this arrest of Mr. Wadyajena?
I don't think we can say it's a first step towards fighting corruption. In the past, I think 2 years ago, in 2020, we saw a former health minister, then he was the health minister, Wadyajena. He was arrested after there was a cry out where he was alleged to have awarded a tender to a shadowing company, which had been registered offshore, I think about 2 months earlier or so. And then in the same year, we saw former Minister Priska Mfumira being arrested and accused of abusing pension, about 95 million United States dollars in pension funds. And then, but the trial is told now, nothing's moving. It's the same with former Minister Moyo's case. The cases are just being remanded to later dates. So I think when you start seeing people, those people going to jail, I think it would tell us something that now government is serious.
Now, can you tell us more about the legislator, Wadyajena, and what do we know about him?
Well, he's the legislator for Bokwenembudzia, a very poor constituency, about 300 kilometers northwest of Harare. Then he drives fancy cars. He drives the latest push, those huge cars, those muscular cars.
Is he known? Is he a known businessman, or he's just started acquiring these things when he came into office?
No, when he came into office, he had this company. So we hear that Mayor Logistics. It's a freight company. He's got trucks. So he was into business already. I'm not sure about what else he was doing, but largely we know about trucks, about these trucks.
Okay, and when is the next court hearing, and what are we likely to see?
I think at the next court hearing, it's a remand. I believe it will be a remand, and probably there will be. Not too sure about their arrest, how they were arrested. Many people they tend to challenge the arrest. The others say it wasn't procedural, but I'm not sure how they will proceed. But it's unfortunate. I didn't check the date.
Now before I let you go, Gary, quick one. Has the opposition, the CCC party in Zimbabwe, said anything about this development?
Nothing so far on the streets, but I think obviously they will comment because they want to see something happening. Obviously they will comment.
Because it's of national and political interest. Thank you very much, Gary Tunhira. We'll definitely keep our eyes on developments in Zimbabwe. Thank you for your time and contribution.
Thank you, sir.